You see two of the best, these two programs among the elite in college football. And Kirby, you talk, games like this bring pressure. You talk about pressure being a privilege. What's the most significant privilege of playing in a game like this tonight?
I think the national stage and the advantage you gain from having an opportunity to put our program, our campus on display, and also to affect the rest of college football and know that you're going to get a chance to play on the biggest stage there is. And these games are why you come to the University of Georgia. And I know when you have two programs like these two playing, our team's excited, their team's excited, the fans are excited. It's what college football is about.
Coach, from a coach's standpoint, what did you learn about Notre Dame the last time you played them 2 years ago?
Probably the physicality that they play with. They're extremely physical. They're never going to go away. They do a great job of competing. We recruit against them, against a lot of the same players to try to get those guys. And every time you play them, you know you're up against the legend as well as their team.
Yeah.
Coach, it's interesting that Coach mentioned that because 2 years ago you said that when you won that game, it showed your players, it gave them confidence that they can play with anybody in the country. If you win this game today, what would it prove or show your players this time?
I think that we're still one of the premier programs in the country, and I think they know that. Win or lose, both these teams are going to be successful the rest of the year. There's a lot of good football players out there, and it's our turn to go on a national stage and put Georgia at the forefront again.
You've coached in so many games where there's this kind of hype. You know, think back as an assistant coach, every time we'd come to Baton Rouge or Tuscaloosa, it's a game of the century. You know, you've been in those. You understand the noise. What does this game come down to tonight? Blocking out all the hype and the hoopla. What decides the game tonight?
Well, it's trite as it is, and everybody talks about coach speak. It really boils down to controlling your emotions. Which team cannot play out of their element? Which team cannot go outside themselves and do things that they don't normally do? And these guys they lead the country in turnover margin. So we've got to protect the ball, and we've got to attack the ball, and you got to block and tackle. At the end of the day, the players are going to make the plays or not on the field, and we want our guys to execute at a high level.
What is the one matchup area that you feel like you have to win if you're going to win the game tonight?
Well, line of scrimmage. It all starts there, and when you talk about across the front, if you can run the ball or stop the run successfully, and I think Brian Kelly said the same thing early in the week, that you're going to be more successful because it makes things easier.
Hey, before I let you go, Jake Fromm, we just showed his first start in South Bend. Here third year now. For fans, explain to them in layman's terms the difference a quarterback goes through from that first start, bright-eyed, games moving fast, to now, and how you guys coach him differently in that game versus now.
Well, you probably put more on his plate now. You know, that game you're concerned about the shot clock, the crowd noise, the decision-making, where's he going with the ball, can he handle all the motions, can he get people lined up? Now it's kind of an afterthought that he's going to do all those things. So you're able to put a little more on his plate as long as he can still handle that, and he's been able to.
Now, this Georgia crowd, when they went to Notre Dame, they took over their stadium. What do you anticipate getting from them tonight in your own stadium?
Loudest stadium in the country. That's what we expect that late at night. They'll be there, I know that.
They've been here early. I don't think there's any danger of blue and gold taking over there, and they're wanting you to run for president.
No thanks.
Hey, I don't know why you would ever want a coach to do that. Aren't you happy? They'd be happier with you as the coach here, I would think, you know? Hey,
as long
Kirby,
as you win.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.